This is part of the recovery project. It's step one, episode 4, called Fairness. This one is probably one of the most important episodes of the group, and to the addict, it's probably the most irritating. Anyway, we're going to get into it, see how it goes. The step states we admitted we were powerless over our addictions and compulsive behaviors, that our lives had become unmanageable. And the scripture that goes along with that is, I know that nothing good lives within me. That is my sinful nature. For I have the desire to do what is good, but I can't carry it out. That's Romans 7:18. And it really seems unfair that some people can go to a social event and have one drink, and that's their last drink of the evening, and they have no effect. Some people don't use drugs to forget their problems. Some people don't use drugs to medicate their pain. Why am I made where I have problems that other people don't seem to have? Well, it boils down to this. The way I look at it, you are dealt a hand out of a great deck of cards. Everybody gets a little bit different hand. You particularly, and I particularly, have a gene or a propensity or a bend towards not being able to handle alcohol and drugs. It's something in our genetic makeup, and it came from our ancestors, that we can't handle it. And some people can, and it doesn't seem fair. In the back of my mind is a thought, maybe I can beat the odds. These people with years of sobriety, they don't know everything. They're supposed to be humble, right? I could be a one drink social drinker if I try real hard. I know my limits. Where do you think that thought came from? Well, the way I see it, there's two voices, one in each ear. One's little person standing on each shoulder, talking into each ear. One of them says, "Don't do it, Rick. You can't handle it. One drink, it moves the bar. It changes the chemistry in your brain. Everything will look different with just one drink." That other voice says exactly what that previous question was. Why is it, I can't have a drink? Why is it so unfair? That's where those thoughts come from, those two voices, or that one voice. Another question, what is wrong with that line of thinking? We call it stinking thinking. It's not a thought that needs to be in your mind. You got to understand when that voice is speaking to you, you have to shut it down. The longer you mull it over in your mind, roll it over in your mind, the closer you get to taking that first drink. Question, is it fair that we can never drink or use drugs again? Absolutely. We're not made to be able to handle it. It's poison to me. I look at my sobriety to be golden Krugerrands. It is something that is so valuable. I'd take a bullet before I'd take a drink. Why is is drinking, using drugs, why is all that so important anyway? In the big scheme of things, it's very important. It, drugs and alcohol rob, steal, and take from you, pushes you down, puts you under the thumb of Satan. It's the most evil thing in the world, and you don't have to hate people, but you can hate what alcohol and drugs do. They are your enemy. They're not your friend. They take you down paths that you don't want to go. They take you all the way to the bottom, whatever that is. So don't detest people that can handle it. Admire them. Be pleased with them. I enjoy being with them. When they have a toast, when they have a drink around a dinner table, I have a glass of water and I can carry on a great conversation with them there was days when I was in another land. I was no fun to be around. I've changed. You can change too. How does it make you, how would it make you feel if you saw one of your leaders drunk? You don't know me very well, but what if you saw me slobbering drunk? Well, it'd be a horrible disappointment. I'm supposed to be above that. I'm supposedly, and others like me, have figured out how to live without drugs and alcohol. Well, that's the way you would look at it. What would you do or say? You you might not say it. You might have, or you might say it. Something like, I was looking up to you. You were my target. I aspire to be free. I want to be free from anything that holds me down, that beats me up. And when you got drunk, you let me down. And I don't appreciate it. Is that what you would want someone to say when they saw you relapse? Well, probably not. You want people to admire you, to love you, to care about you, to appreciate you. You're not anything but human. You make mistakes. I make mistakes. But we want people to look up to us and love us and care about us and talk to us and have a good relationship. That's what will happen if you get all the way to the end of this program and you're free. How do you think God would handle it? What would he look? You know, it's really helpful to get God's perspective from I call it the 30,000 feet. It's probably 300 million thousand feet. But what would God think about a situation like that? I believe God knows that we're weak, we're humble, we're human, we're frail, and it all would depend on our attitude. If we went to God and we say, look, God, I messed up. I relapsed. I don't want to be that way. I'm changing. That's my last relapse. But I can't do it without you because I'm weak and I need your strength. You're the most powerful entity in the universe. I need you on my side, helping me along. And I'll do better next time with your strength. I can't do it in my weakness. Help me. This is the last This is the last episode of step one. We're going to move on to step two next. Hang in there with me. We're going to get free.